Oh,
it must have
asking for
just
the
hit
time is
fucking
kind of
42.
crazy.
Make the game grumpy. Said the wrong time.
I think okay, you're good. 43, 43. I think based off the time, it might try to guess your time zone, which it might try to guess where you live.
Bro, is it gonna be like that one New York? Fuck. Is it
Yeah,
gonna be like
I
that
know where
one?
you
Is it
live.
gonna be like that one Roblox game? Are you in the United States of America? Ooh!
fucking Garfield, Lucas.
I know where you live.
That where the fucking music is. And this is Massachusetts.
Can we hear the Walking Dead
This
music,
is the story
please?
of a man named Stanley.
Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was
Wow.
employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
What a bitch.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
It's crazy that some people
And then
really
one
live
day,
like
something
that.
very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change
never be me.
Stanley. Something he would
Finally
never
got
quite
a
forget.
bitch.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not
he
one
have a risk?
single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him
Is it bad that I've seen
instructions,
Roblox games better
call a
than this?
meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his
I would
desk
not be hitting
and
on your
stepped out
future
of his
job.
office.
I'm already yawning. This
Oh,
fucking game
shit.
sucks.
Stanley's leaving the office.
Wow. This
All of
was
his
a good use of
co-workers were
money.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's gonna be one of
This
those
is the
games
most
where it's just a bunch of
disgusting
fucking doors
office.
everywhere. Yeah, it's gonna
Dude.
be one of, yeah, it's one of those games where
When
you're just
Stanley
gonna get lost in
came to a
doors.
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Enter the door on the right.
All
Yeah,
right.
go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, well, fuck.
Proceed to
Is
walk.
there another door?
Continue straight.
Yeah, I want
Don't be a monkey. Wow.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Hey. I'm the goat. Every time I press
Take a
X, it
left.
makes a typing sound.
He has PTSD.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong
I'm about to
foot.
die.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
What the fuck?
The end
The end
is
is
never
never the
end.
end.
The end is never.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Should we go
Okay,
to the
do
meeting
all
room
that
this time?
over. Nah, do all that over
Just
again,
walk.
but don't kill yourself.
Don't
Stanley
jump
came
off.
to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
Oh,
Stanley
Make sure when
knew
you go
it
to the
perfectly
second one,
well.
don't go on the left
Perhaps
door.
he wanted to stop by the employee
to go
lounge
right again.
first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes. This room.
Yeah, there's no other doors.
What a beautiful
No,
room.
not in this fucking room.
What a gorgeous, gorgeous room.
Just do what you did last
Thank
time.
goodness Stanley had
Yeah,
taken
do
this
the same
detour
fucking way.
on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his
Keep
left.
going straight.
Yeah, we're going straight.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but
It's a leap
you
of faith, Miles.
all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting,
Oh, never mind.
Stanley.
Taking off.
Someone you've forgotten about.
Go down here.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I don't like this guy. Sounds like he's gonna touch me.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door.
Blue door?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
White door. Thinking outside the box. Walk through the blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley
Turn
walked
around.
through the red door.
Maybe one of the doors
Oh,
open.
fuck.
Look for a
It's the
way
blue
out.
door.
Blue door.
Blue door, blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly.
Turn around, look
Stanley
for other
walked
doors. Yes.
through
door.
the red.
How the fuck did you know
fine,
that
go
was
ahead, Stanley.
Because
you want to
I
know
have a
so
brain.
badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
That
Chat,
one looks creepy.
I'm getting Garten and Ban flashbacks.
You see, there's nothing here.
It's Jumbo
I haven't even
Josh.
finished building this
You're
section of
about
the
to see
map
Jumpity
because
Josh.
you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
This is
Broken
horrible.
rooms, exposed developer textures.
Jump
Is this
off.
what you had wanted?
Leap of faith,
Was
Miles.
it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You give
I
me
wanna crank
absolutely
90s.
nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Go through the left door.
I'm
Do
really
not.
curious.
Do
Don't
not.
listen to him again.
Why would you listen to him?
It looks so cool. It's orange and shit. Like, look at how sus that looks.
Listen to us.
That's the point. Oh,
Okay,
tricky.
I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version.
Turn
Would you
around,
say
don't
that
rate
the
it.
game
Go this way the whole
benefited
Try to
from
find any
allowing
way to
you
go.
more choices? Feel free to be
Turn
honest.
around.
I'm
Is there a
looking for
secret
some
behind
real
you?
critical feedback here.
This is bad.
Did we
Don't
like
rate
more
him a 1.
choices?
Or, don't rate. Try to go through the door. Can you really
Give it a
not
1.
doing that?
What if I
Give it
just
a
say
1 then?
3, like, I didn't care?
No.
Give it a 1.
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a
You
look.
said, is this a
Now
horror
he's
game
not
or
about
not?
to give me no choices.
I don't fucking know.
Is that real?
What the fuck?
Is that me? Yeah, that's me. Okay, well, we already went through that one.
So go through that one. No.
This one?
The one on the left. Yeah.
What if we go through this one again?
No. Again?
Go through the
Yeah,
right
if you want.
one.
Now,
That's the
would you
same
say
thing,
that
man.
competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
I fucked with that leaderboard.
Dude, 1.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Virus.
In this game, the baby crawls
What?
towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the
Do
right,
not say
and
so.
if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really
We're
take
killing
notice.
this little fucker.
But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear
He's
once you've
so
been playing it
happy.
for
He
about
doesn't know
4
gang
hours. So
violence.
why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
Buddy,
Be
he's been
sure to
playing
keep
for less than
notes
30
on your
minutes.
experience.
Why? What tried to save
You
him?
heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate
He also
babies or
said,
purely
nah,
to
he
spite
also wanted you to
me?
play that for 4
Because if it's
hours.
the
I wonder
latter,
if you
well, I don't
actually
know
do
what to
4
do. I'm
hours if it
completely out of
works.
ideas.
Yeah, I wonder
can't
what would
think
happen
of
if
a
I played
single
4
thing
hours
that
of
might
this
improve the
stupid baby
experience
game.
for you. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
Is he munting?
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Sounds like an idiot.
What the fuck are we playing?
Minecraft. Walking Dead. Oh, Firewatch.
Fascinating. What
This
do you
game
think
was
this
so
game
good.
is about, Stanley?
Is this actually
What's our
Firewatch?
backstory?
Yes.
What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man.
Wait, is Firewatch
spying
the
on
one with,
innocent
like,
civilians
the-
below you
The
from
two
up high in
different,
your creep
like,
tower,
towers,
perhaps
and
for
they're
some sort
communicating
of
through them.
twisted erotic purpose.
What's the one game
Yes,
where it's
that
like
must be it.
the goat
What a
dude?
fascinating venture into the experience of
The
total mental
Skinwalker?
depravity. So
Nah,
far,
it's like
I love
a-
everything about this game,
Nah,
Stanley.
what?
And it seems
The
there's even more.
Wendigo?
Come, let's
Nah,
venture
it's like
outward
some,
and see what
like,
else
it's
is
like
out
about
there.
the forest or some shit. And there's like
That's a
this
Minecraft
goat,
door.
like goat being or some shit, some creepy ass fucking horror game, bro.
Can't remember.
I thought it was something like this too, where you're in a, what is this, like what is this thing?
Tower.
You sure you're in a tower, and it's just like this, and you go downstairs, and it's in the woods, and some random dude called you, and it dies to it.
Oh no. No,
Or
no,
he
no,
dies
no,
to
can't
it.
be.
And shit like that. I don't know.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh,
What the fuck?
thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off
He
into
done
that.
stole this game.
Bro, they just put up the Berlin
That
Wall.
big, open, just wandering around, no right
This
or
is
wrong
stolen
directions, no path to follow. You can just
Can
go
they legally
in
do
any...
this?
Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
Why does he
We're
keep
out in the woods
just
now,
booming on the other side?
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
Extremely
Preferably something with walls.
Please
Something
give me
with
Octodad.
nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Hello, neighbor.
Attack on Titan.
Hello, neighbor, please.
If this opts it out,
Okay,
if this goes
I
on Hello
think
Neighbor, I
this
swear
will
to
be
God.
just the thing.
Rocket
Oh my
League?
God.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just
I'm
a
so
nice
like-
big box for you to run around in. There isn't
can
any
see the
possibility
logo right
that you could
fucking
get
there.
lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be
Go
phenomenally
through one of the
impressed.
goals.
Get alpha.
This means that the Stanley Parable
Okay, so
is
what exactly
canonic
do we
to
do here?
Fortnite.
Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh, I'm gonna make
Are
a
they
goal.
legally allowed to do this?
It's literally just the rocket ball.
Oh,
They must have
Don't-
asked
don't
like,
make a
permission
goal.
to add this, right?
Don't make a goal. He's
Make sure it's in
evil.
Are
your
you
own.
doing it? Are you winning? Is this
Yeah.
fun? Is it better than my miserable little story
This
that I
actually
worked so
is.
hard on?
I'm having
Stanley,
fun
I
with
have a
this.
thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenaline...
Yippee!
Hold on. What are you doing?
But he found the hidden cookie.
FNAF.
Uh-oh, beta.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
Oh no.
How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You
Go
know
into that door. Go
Stanley.
into, no, back. Go back to the door. To the door. No, go back.
Dude, you orangutan.
86 flying cabinets, 64.
Okay, things
It's
are
like-
getting a little scary.
Oh, I fell.
I'm sorry. Jesus Christ.
I don't like the setting of this game.
Muntrums. The Muntrums.
Yo, I high-key miss the
Beware.
narrator.
You're in for a scare.
Oh, I swear I just saw some.
I just saw a big black man. Run like you're being chased by a big black man.
Well, at least he's not racist.
Computer. Oh, the light's on.
We gotta
Don't
have
fall.
a Geo event just
Don't
for that.
Yeah, we're
Shadow
watching
the
ghost
light.
stories.
Dude, there's a skinwalker in here.
Is this Crypto's room in Apex? Back in season 2, there was a teaser for Crypto.
Shut
There was
up!
a room and keeps changing. Okay.
Is this gonna be that stupid Roblox thing where you like turn on the lights and that guy would move and bang on the window? That shit was so scary.
What do you
It's
actually
3 in the
do on
morning.
this?
Nope.
the fuck?
Blackness.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps
Main
he's gotten it.
character.
Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice.
Yo, if we're still
and
going, I
if he's
wonder how many
learned the
fucking
heavy
endings
cost
there is
that
on this
comes
game.
with it.
Oh
He'll
yeah, I think
understand
there's like
soon what I was
hundreds.
trying to tell him. He
I pulled that
needs
number
me.
out my ass.
Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos
how
and the
guessing
fear
works.
and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh yes, yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The
I
end
wanted
will
him
be
to
here
put us in
soon.
more games.
Very
What?
soon.
I wanted him
to
to
be a
put us in
night
more
lord.
games.
He
Like, I
be the
genuinely
night
wonder
lord.
what games they stole. I want to see crazy games on here.
Why didn't they just like put us in God of War? Boy!
Yeah, I'm done watching.
Stanley's
All of his
problem.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Did it
Stanley
just
decided
reset
to
Oh.
go to the
again?
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
That
a
shit did
memo.
not say
Wait, so-
Parable, but-
I think that counted as an ending. So we got 2 endings so far. One where we killed ourselves, and one where we went to fucking Rocket League Land. We're gonna listen to him this time.
When
Yoink,
Stanley
yoink,
came to a
yoink.
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What?
Uh-oh. The
Or an evil
red
Knievel.
black people arrow.
But
There you
Stanley
go.
just
Yeah.
couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive
it a bang on the
economy,
job
why had
side.
he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he
Good
was
night.
crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for
Yo,
no
are we going
reason
in a
at all?
loop right now?
None of it made any logical sense.
Right, the loop.
And as Stanley
Turn
pondered
around
this,
and go
he began to make
backwards.
other strange observations.
Nope, continue
For
forward, it's
example,
different.
why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors
Don't look
close
down, look up.
automatically behind him wherever
Dude.
he went? And for that
Oh,
matter,
wait, no, the
these
time.
rooms were
The time
starting
had
to
a
look
code.
pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came
Right
to the
there.
conclusion
1, 2,
that had
B4.
been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all
So
a
you
dream."
put it in the vending machine?
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as
Gotta
well
get in the
enjoy
car.
this while I'm still
1,
lucid.
2.
So, he imagined
B.
himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself
What?
soaring through space on a magical starfield.
I started flying.
And it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
I'm scared.
How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a
What?
voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the
Can we
truth
get in the
was
car?
that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now
Just
as he's
stop
ever
moving.
been in his life.
Like, just
Now,
refuse
hearing
to
the
move.
voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After
Because
all,
I think
he
he'll
knew
just
for
stop
certain, beyond a doubt,
if you
that this
stop
was
going
in
in
fact a
circles.
dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Did it say coffee nut?
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
Is this the true ending, chat?
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
We're back here.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
The alpha was getting unleashed.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by
So is it
extension,
like a
the rest of
virus?
her life. She had
Or like
no
someone
time for
dies with
this,
it and then
so
someone
it
else
was
gets
only
it?
a moment that she stood there, staring
that the
down at the
boar?
body.
I don't know.
And then she turned and ran. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, we don't. We're not going to the meeting room. We're not doing anything. We're going back to pushing buttons. But we can't. That's not how we start the game.
Secret.
What if there's like something in the reflection?
Lord. There is something on the computer. Turn to your left. There's something on the computer. Rick, there's something on the computer, Rick.
Username access.
Eureka. Something's on the computer, Rick. Something's gonna get you. Yo.
12B4,
Rick.
right?
Yup. Something's on the computer,
Input
Rick.
received 1 out of 4.
Is that how you like beat the game? You have to find those telephones or those computers and put in the info.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yep, we found it. The Vanguard. We did it. We stopped the walker.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not
Go
the correct
to
way
the
to the
door on
meeting
your
room,
right,
and Stanley knew
and
it
then
perfectly
go
well.
to the meeting
Perhaps
room
he wanted to stop by
after.
the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I'm trying all these doors.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply, and but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on
No,
track.
go down the elevator.
Yeah.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No,
Left.
not the right.
Okay,
Why
so he's
would I have
doing it now.
ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Do not go that way. Why are you going that way?
I don't think this is
Computer room.
No.
Whoa,
No,
102
this isn't
was
right
fired.
At all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler.
fuck.
Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to
Okay. 104 is
who am I
fired.
kidding? It's all rubbish now.
Oh.
The whole story completely
601.
unusable. How about rather than
That's
waste my time
610.
trying to salvage this nonsense,
104,
we'll just restart the
610.
game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
234, something's going on.
Blood fountain mainframe.
All of his co-workers were gone.
We should find
What
those
could it
rooms.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the
Oh,
meeting
you're
room.
right.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That's probably huge lore. What was the first one fired? I know the second one was 610.
104, it was
Wait,
610,
wait,
and then...
what? No, I
Fuck.
restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely
Oh,
fresh.
something's
Everything should
happening.
be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, Did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
Oh, I
Did you
did.
move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Yo, we're
It was
actually
right here just
we're
a minute
making our own
ago.
path.
I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then.
No, fuck you,
It's
narrator.
an adventure. Come, Stanley.
Nope.
Let's find the story.
Do not find the story.
Yo, chat, is this the back rooms? Nah, this is actually the back rooms.
No, I'm guessing that's the way you have to go. Don't go that way.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Did we just restart the game?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This printer's on.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Don't do it, Rick. No. You failed us.
Yo, that cup spilled. What's it say? E.L. some.
It says
Yo, that guy was going up through the ceiling boards.
They were escaping the Matrix.
Yo, this shit spilled.
It knows you're sitting.
Watch that shit just
Aha!
drop the edge of
I
us.
knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Yo.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Go the opposite direction. Go the opposite direction. Nah, I'd walk forward.
No, we weren't able to go in that room before.
I know that's the point. It's gonna be nothing. I guarantee it'll loop around to the same thing.
Yo! No, that computer's on.
He's a gambler. Just trust. Lock in and go the other way. Blood. Progression is for monkeys. Wait, go back. Go back.
Question
Look at
mark
the door.
4B7.
Try to open them. These were the numbers that we was seeing.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
It's a banger!
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.